So we have a bit of a dilemma. We had several videos ago shown plans for where we wanted to put the orchard and the garden and future animals. And now we're starting to second guess that decision because we have fruit trees, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberry plants and grapes that we are going to be planting once we get here. And those are things that you can't really move around once planted. So I really want to use this time to be able to think about all the different scenarios, the pros and cons for where these things are going to be, because once we get here and once we get them in the ground, they're there forever. So it's really crucial that we decide which side of the yard we're going to put the garden now before we get this stage where we can start getting in irrigation and water to different areas of our yard. Right, I feel like we could get away with our original plans based on the direction of where the sun's going to be setting. I'm thinking that the garden will go like the back of our house right here. Oh, and grapes.
Danielle's dancing out here. No, explain what you're doing.
I'm like trying to measure how far I will need for the berry area. So I was just, don't make fun of me. And then a row of grapes. And then a buffer space. So that's how much space we need for our berry patch and grape patch. And then chicken coop. And then all of that is veggies. Lots and lots of vegetables.
How's the footing? It's a little muddy, but mostly frozen. Some grease.
Oh, they cleaned it up in here. This is so cold. Someday this will be our bedroom and I'll be able to look out my window and just stare at our beautiful garden. Another reason why we should put it on this side, don't you think?
So we can look at it as we go to bed each night.
And every morning.
And every morning.
So after all that worry and all that debate, we ended up not changing any plans. So we decided that if we were to put in 3 shade trees that didn't grow more than about 30 feet and we shifted them into the yard enough, the grass area enough, that it won't shade the garden that much. And so we just didn't feel like changing all of our plans just for the shade trees, and we think it'll be okay. Because ultimately, this side of our yard is a lot wider, and therefore it will be a lot better for our garden. We have a lot of plans for our garden with our orchard and all of our berries and tons of vegetables. I have goals of growing enough tomatoes for all the salsa we need for the year and all of the pasta we need for a year, and just tons of other things. So it's really in our best interest to create the most space for the garden. And then on the other side, we'll just turn into a pasture and develop the pasture so that when we are able to get goats, that area will be established and ready to go. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would be able to be dreaming this up, knowing that it was actually going to happen, I would have laughed in your face. It is just so incredible to know that we've, made it this far. We've made a lot of sacrifices to get here, and it still just feels unreal to be able to be dreaming about this, because I have been dreaming for years of doing it. So it kind of feels like I'm still just dreaming, but now we're actually planning these things, and it's happening. So I just want you guys to know that if you are dreaming about something, that you can start making plans for it. Take little steps, make those little preparations to get here. Like, we've been gardening in tiny places, in apartments, in like small backyards. I've been trying to make my food from scratch. And we've done so many things in just tiny, tiny places. And now I have all this experience that I've gained from doing that. If I wouldn't have done that, I don't think I would have felt comfortable, growing a giant garden here with absolutely no gardening experience. So if you have a dream, start to do little parts of your dream that you can do now so that when you do get there, you aren't starting from scratch.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head.
This is the last of the garlic that I harvested from our garden last summer. It actually came from our garden in Virginia, and I planted enough to get us through January, which is incredible because I planted garlic in a 3-foot by 4-foot section of my garden. So for those of you who don't have a lot of space for a garden, don't get discouraged. Some things like garlic don't need a lot of space or effort for that matter to grow. Anyway, I wanted to dehydrate these last bulbs for more practice in food preservation. I recently used the minced dehydrated garlic in seasoning our taco meat a few days ago, and it rehydrated really well, and it still provided great flavor. I will definitely be doing more dehydrating of garlic in the future. Another kitchen project that I had this week was making sourdough sandwich bread. Before we moved last June in 2022, I made this bread every week. Then with moving and having a baby, I really got out of the habit of doing it. Well, months later, I am getting back into that routine, especially after making a grilled turkey avocado sandwich with it. Oh my, it was delicious. As humans, we can get in a rut or out of the habit of doing things, and that's okay. You can always bring your favorite routines back.
We are heading over to our house. We got word that it might have the siding done on the outside. Our house is completely black, and I'm guessing that's not the color it's gonna stay, because that's not the color we told them. But is that maybe just...
Is that the stucco, or is that like a covering and they're gonna put the stucco on top of it?
I think it's stucco and then they paint the stucco. It's definitely not gonna be a black house. This spot is supposed to be stone and then stucco, and then right here is siding. They haven't finished this side, so I don't know if they put stone over the stucco or if that's even stucco. So we'll have to get closer to get a better look.
watch the video where we first discussed our property plans when it was a lot warmer, go ahead and click here.